Hello everyone, it is Jayden and welcome to The Alpha, the show where we talk about the hottest topics in pop culture and sports. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button on the video, and if you enjoy my commentary and myself truly as always, be sure to tap that subscribe button and to hit that notification bell to get notified when all my videos go live. I love you guys so much. Peace, love, and positivity always, y'all. See ya. Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner are two pivotal pieces to the New York Jets. They were drafted in the same draft class, if I'm not mistaken. And they are playing two important skill positions, and Sauce Gardner's playing cornerback, and Garrett Wilson's playing the wide receiver position. Both received a big payday by the New York Jets. And these tweets are from Adam Schefter here. ESPN sources, Jets and wide receiver Garrett Wilson reached agreement on a 4-year, $130 million contract that includes $90 million guaranteed. It marks the first time in NFL history that a receiver has received an average over $31 million after playing only 3 seasons. Wilson now will be under contract the next 6 seasons through 2030. Agents Jeff Naley and Graylin Crane of CAA negotiated a deal with Jets executives. Also, Sauce Gardner reached an agreement on a 4-year, $120.4 million deal that ties him with the team as well through 2030. The deal made Sauce Gardner the highest paid cornerback in NFL history. Now, when I originally planned up the show, I planned it without, Garrett Wilson got his contract first, and then Sauce Gardner just got his yesterday, and I already planned up the show pretty much for Garrett Wilson, so I just added Sauce Gardner into it at the last minute. So I kind of wrote some of my notes based off Garrett Wilson, so we're going to discuss Garrett Wilson right fast. Originally, I think this is the reason why the Jets moved on from Aaron Rodgers, because Garrett Wilson was basically threatening to demand a trade or be released by the New York Jets because of Aaron Rodgers. He did not want to play with Aaron Rodgers. That is an article that came out during the season when they were playing. So the future of Garrett Wilson on the Jets were a bit in jeopardy, and I think that led towards a decision for them getting rid of Aaron Rodgers. Because Garrett Wilson is a ball player. He went to officially, that we can state it, wide receiver U at The Ohio State University. He's a stellar player. He is a wide receiver 1. He is he should be regarded as one of the, maybe a top 6 to 5 wide receiver, maybe even 7, depending on how you structure your list. He's a great player. So it was important for the Jets to keep this player, specifically for Justin Fields, a player who right now at this stage of his career is do or die time for Justin Fields. And what also this means is that Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner as well is committed to the future of the Jets. It's very rare for a Jets player to want to stay with the New York Jets. Quentin Williams just signed, I think it was last year, and now you got your other key guys in Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson tied in to the team for another 5 years. Obviously, you want to try and get a deal done with Bryce Hall as well. But your core guys are pretty much taken care of. And I think this is a sign that they are committed to the future under Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn did a phenomenal job down there in Detroit. But that was as a defensive coordinator. Obviously, at the head coach position, I probably see Aaron Glenn as a guy who is going to be your Mike Tomlin. He's going to be a culture setter. He's not going to wow you with the X's and O's the same way that Dan Campbell is. But Aaron Glenn is going to be that guy who is going to set the culture there in New York. He played for that organization in the past. And he's trying to right the ship just as Dan Campbell did with the Detroit Lions. It's an amazing opportunity. With Garrett Wilson at wide receiver, obviously you possibly want to go find a number 2 guy. I don't know if Allen Lazard is still on the team or not. I think he is a free agent, maybe. I don't know. But you got to get some pieces. You drafted the tight end from LSU. That was a good pickup. You drafted the right tackle in the draft to shore up the offensive line for Justin Fields. You just got to make sure you keep Bryce Hall, because there's been a lot of trade rumors going around with them possibly wanting to deal Bryce Hall. That's nonsense. You want to keep him, have that running back 1-2 camera tandem with the kid out of Wisconsin. I don't quite know his name for sure, but I was wanting Dallas, the Cowboys, to be able to draft him. And obviously on the defensive side of the ball, Sauce Gardner, he is arguably a top 3 corner in the league. A lot of people like Pat Surtain to be the number 1 guy, and then you can pick and choose 2 or 3, Sauce Gardner and whoever else that you could possibly come up with. They did lose DJ Reed in free agency I think they did lose him to the Detroit Lions, ironically. So it's best to go ahead and to shore up that position at cornerback, because it is a very important position, and it's very hard to find a transcendent talent at that position. So it's the best position to go ahead and shore up. So your D-line is really much taken care of right there at nose tackle with Quentin Williams. You have your cornerback shored up as well. You're going to try and get is it Quincy Williams? Quentin Williams' brother is a linebacker. I think he made the Pro Bowl. You want to shore him up sure in the future. You have your wide receiver. You have your quarterback. You have your running back. Now you have to go play. Now you are in a very heavy AFC. They're in the AFC East. We all know that the Buffalo Bills are going to win the division more than likely. They are the favorites, and I don't see no reason why they're not going to win. You know what Mike Vrabel and them are going to try and do down there in New England. Who knows what they're going to do? They might try to make some noise with Drake May going into his second year. I wouldn't really worry about Miami. I think right now, I'm not excited about Miami this year. I might have Miami finishing last. The Jets should be the 3rd to 2nd best team in the division. It just comes up if Justin Fields can play. That's the only thing keeping them away from being the 2nd best team in the division. I don't know what I'm going to see out of the New York. I don't know what I'm going to see out of the New England Patriots. We're pretty much riding on what ifs. What if Drake May does this and things of that nature? What about Stephon Diggs? Can he stay healthy? The defense, they made a lot of adjustments on the defensive side of the ball. Got some key free agents to come in. It's a pretty much wait and see game. We pretty much know what we got with the Jets, because the defense is still there, although they did not have their best of the season that they had last year. But still, we have pretty much an idea of what the Jets look like offensively, but defensively, and even offensively, with Garrett Wilson, with Bryce Hall. Got a solid running game. You shored up the offensive line in the draft. It's just pretty much dependent on quarterback play. It's really dependent on quarterback play on both teams, with New England and New York. Just going to have to wait and see. But this is a great move. It shored up Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner's faith in the franchise, because it is the New York Jets. They're arguably one of the worst franchises ran right now in sports. You're in the Mecca. You're playing stepson to the New York Giants, although they're having their own struggles of their own as well. But this move right here, it shows that Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson think they can turn the tide there in New York. We're just going to have to wait and see. Hopefully they be able to ball out and continue to have Pro Bowl and All-Pro expectations at their respective positions. That is all. What did you guys think about that? Do you think these were important signings? Do you think the Jets can possibly make a run with the playoffs now that most of their talent positions are intact? I want to know all of your comments down below.